To suggest that there are two sides to this story is utterly perverse. To suggest that Israel is simply defending itself is an obscenity, and shame on anyone, on any so-called world leader, wherever they are, if they repeat such an obscenity. The truth is that the international community has seen what has happened to the Palestinian people in full sight and in full view, and they have stepped back and allowed this to happen. So to the UN Security Council, to the entire apparatus of the international community, let me say this, that we see you. Your people and your population see you. And whereas the great and the good of the international community may find it acceptable to step back and make an argument of the one hand this and on the other hand that, and meanwhile Palestinian refugee children die, make no mistake that that is not an acceptable position to the people of the world. I feel confident that global citizens are appalled and repulsed and enraged, quite frankly, that here we are again and Palestine suffers. So yes, we need a cessation, and that needs to happen immediately. And yes, we need a full-scale humanitarian effort. But above all else, let's be clear, we need justice. We need the rule of law to prevail. We need Palestinian self-determination. We need the state of Israel to be finally called out for what it is, a racist apartheid regime. And we in Ireland, perhaps more than any other people, have a special obligation to act on all of this, because we know the colonial experience, the experience of dispossession and division. We know what it is to be left destitute. So we have no excuse not to act. So Minister Coveney and your government, when will we recognise the state of Palestine? That has been agreed in this Parliament years ago. When will we see the occupied territories legislation advanced? And when will we finally insist loudly, clearly and consistently that the law be respected and that Palestinian lives matter?
The scale, pace and strategic nature of Israel's actions on settlement expansion and the intent behind it has brought us to a point where we need to be honest about what is actually happening on the ground. And we need to call it out for what it is. It is de facto annexation. This is not something that I, or in my view this House, says lightly. We are the first EU member state to do so.
Just out of the Dáil chamber, we're after taking a historic decision here in the Dáil. The Dáil has unanimously supported the Sinn Féin motion, which recognises that Israel has illegally de facto annexed large portions of Palestinian land, which is totally illegal in international law. So this is a momentous decision. It's a historic decision. We're the first European country to actually do so. I hope other countries now will follow the lead and also declare that Israel has illegally annexed Palestinian lands. But this is the starting point. It's an important start, by declaring that Israel has acted illegally. There now needs to be consequences for those illegal actions under international law, and now that's where the focus now needs to be on what are the consequences on Israel to ensure that they cannot continue to act with perceived impunity for the human rights abuses on the Palestinian people in their attempt to annihilate the Palestinian people. So this is a massive result. It's a massive show of solidarity from the Irish people through the Irish Parliament. It's a massive show of solidarity, and now we need definitive action stemming from it.